So let's start the deep dive on the landscape and hardscape project. We did the diagonal pattern with a 3-piece paver. My understanding is 3-piece is the only way to achieve that kind of flat surface as opposed to the beveled edges that 1-piece or 2-piece paver style offers. Planter areas I'm fairly happy with. I think technically they could have been done a little better, but overall happy with it. Had to put in new grass. The pavers along the edge here, some driveways you will see a little concrete edging. We didn't like that look personally because it keeps grass so far away. So what they did instead is laid these pavers on top of a concrete mix in order to lock everything in. We also eliminated the planter areas near the front door and put in stubs for drip lines for the pot, so you may want to think that through. I would actually go back and add another one over in the middle of the driveway too if I had to do it over, or if I could. Gutters, drainage, keep that in mind, think that through, talk about it with your contractors, because you want to make sure you not only factor that into your hardscape and landscape, but you work out the drainage issues. Our landscaper was a moron and put a drain directly in the middle of the yard, which made things even worse. I had to have it run out to the street. We had to have contractors come in after the landscape contractor to fix all the mistakes and all the just shoddy work that was done. Luckily, he contracted out with a paver company to do the pavers, so we didn't have near the issue with the pavers as we've had with everything else the contractor touched, including drainage and sprinklers and just not using the best materials. It was a battle. Example, this air conditioning unit was just buried in rock, and you're really not supposed to do that. You're supposed to leave plenty of drainage and cooling. Like, you know, there's a reason why there's all these holes, so that air gets through and it cools it, and you don't want all the dust from the rocks getting into the filters, so keep that in mind. Drainage wise, we've got a downspout here, a downspout right here, and a downspout there. Now, to address issues of being just too wet in this area, we've had them tie them all into a drain which runs all the way out to the street. We're going to hope that resolves any drainage issues we've been having. As well as we rebuilt up in this area, we had to kind of recreate the swale so that the water goes down into the center and drains out. Because this was a low spot, just all the moisture was going into our planters and affecting the plants. And obviously the cage has been installed. We're still dealing with the contractor, some design issues that they made changes and never told us. And the biggest goal was accomplishing this wide opening without any support beams running down to obstruct the view. Very few companies even offered the ability to do this, and it was something important to us, so didn't want a lot of beams blocking our view. We're gonna put another tree here. Again, the landscaper just mistakes. Those Robollinis are really close to that enclosure. We may change those out. There was a plant here that didn't survive. We're gonna replace. And of course, down this side, we continued the planters. And again, drains, gutters all drain and go out these little pop-up drains along the side. Now we'll take you inside and show you. All we've got left really is the water feature to do and get some more furniture. You'll notice a covered area here. They're going to be shingling the top of this. Right now it's white and they're going to match the shingles on the rest of the house. They just had to wait for the inspector to come and check everything. This right here is going to be our pondless waterfall as soon as we decide which company we want to give the contract to. Ready to start having parties and people over and really just enjoying. And again, you'll see the reason why we wanted that unobstructed view. Again, a covered area over here so that we could have a dining table. There's also fan braces or light braces built into those so that we can put a fan or a light. These are all rocks and things for the water feature. I'm going to install another heater up here. I've already got one that I installed over here. All the screens removed, and we had a company come to fix all the stucco where the old screens were. And that's the project. Please feel free to ask any questions. I'll try to be as informative as I can. And that's a wrap. Let's start enjoying this place. I'm so glad all this work is pretty much done. Have a great day.